Sanibonani Bedunkosi. My name is Bongani Zwane. Welcome to Wisdom Revelations Impact. In today's episode, we've got a very interesting topic. We'll be talking about how to turn your pain into a passion that will subsequently leading you to finding your life purpose. In this life, you go through seasons, the good, the bad, the ugly, and the rock bottom. But sometimes we waste our pain instead of growing through our pain. Therefore, this time we've got a life coach who will be sharing with us how to turn our pain into a passion. I hope you enjoyed this interview and please don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you the other side. Shalom. Good evening, coach. How are you doing?
I am doing very, 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 very well. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, coach, and thank you for asking. And welcome, coach, to my channel called Wisdom Revelations Impact. It's all about impacting people's lives as we are the coaches. So, coach, before
Yeah,
I continue, please tell us about yourself briefly.
yeah. So I like the wisdom part because I remember when I was growing up, I used to read the Bible a lot.
Mm,
I remember my favorite book in the Bible being the book of Proverbs
mm,
because I thought if you have wisdom, then you have everything,
yeah.
right? So um I like the wisdom part. So, and I hope to share a little bit of wisdom,
Yeah, sure.
even if it's tons of wisdom, I don't mind.
Okay.
So as long as we share a bit, I mean, some wisdom, I think, I mean, the world needs it. Everybody needs it.
Mm,
A life without wisdom is doomed.
mm, mm.
Um, so me introducing myself, leina la ka ke a leboga Moatshe or ke a leboga Motsusi Moatshe. Some people know the surname Mutsusi. So I am a life coach first. I know that I've got honors in transport economics.
Mm,
So I work for a company called Saso, Saso Energy. And then I do coaching on the side because it's my passion.
mm,
I don't just do coaching. I also have published a book. I write. I think I also consider myself a writer because I write every day. And I don't know when I'm gonna drop my second book or my third book, but I know that they are on the way. I'm also passionate about food somehow.
mm.
Sometimes I sell baked goods
Okay.
as well, right? Um, I believe I'm many things, but I realized in everything that I do, I speak as well.
Mm,
I speak at functions. Last month, I was speaking at a Northwest University event. Um, I'm an all-rounder. I believe life is full of opportunities, and we're
mm,
also full of abilities and skills. And why not use them? Um, why not use them, right? All of them,
mm.
if possible. So with me, every opportunity I get to use my skills, I just use them. Um, but in everything, I realize that all that I do because I've got passion for encouragement.
Mm,
I
mm,
enjoy encouraging people more than anything. So my writing, my speaking, my coaching is to just encourage someone.
mm.
That's it. Yeah, that's who I am.
Thank you, coach. Thank you. Wow, wow.
Yeah,
Well said, coach. Well said, coach. Coach, we've
yeah,
got a very interesting topic now. How to turn pain into passion, coach. Life has got all the seasons as is reflected in the Bible. You know, season of pain, pleasure, crying, death. Um, some people, they grow through pain. Some people, they stay stagnant through pain because maybe they don't have any other coping mechanism or healing mechanism. So they find
Yeah.
themselves being in that self-pitiness. So, and also another thing that I've come across that is a little bit confusing. Some they say pain, time heals. Some they say no, actually time does not heal. So I don't know which is which. So, Coach, can you just elaborate to us briefly how to heal from emotional pain?
So the thing is, time does help us. Let's say for instance, because pain comes in different forms. So I will talk about pain in terms of loss, right?
Yeah.
Losing a loved one, right?
Mhm.
So time helps in a sense that you learn to live with that person that you learn to live without that person that you have lost. So time helps in that perspective, right? But then the pain itself, it's like, so the pain itself is there, right? But then the pain itself might come from the fact that if my mother was still alive, this is what I would be experiencing. So the
Okay.
pain would be because of the loss, right? You feel loss. So therefore, you would feel pain, right? But then if you deal with the loss, if you maybe you change your perspective about this thing and death, and you don't call it, you don't feel like you've lost somebody, you feel grateful for the person's life. Maybe you are 30 when your mother passed on, right? And you become grateful for the 30 years you have lived with your mom, then the pain goes away.
Oh, okay.
So pain is associated with how you feel, what you think about what had happened to you, right? So
Yeah.
it's fine. Sometimes you grieve somebody passing, right? You grieve. But then if for some time, or you grieve forever,
Yeah.
because you're not changing your perspective. So I think pain is associated to how you feel about what had happened to you, because pain happens because of something. We are born perfect without any pain, right? Something happens, then you feel some pain. So if you change your perspective about the thing that happened to you, pain goes away. Wow. So for example, I lost 3 siblings and my dad, right? And even besides that, my other issues was our how we grew up, right? So our childhood and its challenges, right? So I had trauma because of that. So then the loss of my siblings and my dad made me realize that, but life is, I define life as, I want to swear, like I don't I almost so you know, I I define life as bad, like as terrible, as dysfunctional,
Yeah.
as the worst thing that could have ever happened to me, because life was full of pain. I kept on losing people throughout, my childhood, throughout growing up. So I thought, I defined life as a mess. And later on, my perspective changed as I realized that I can't live like this. I spent most of my childhood with going through the pain of loss, grieving different people at different times, and that caused me a lot of depression. And also because I thought that I blame my dad for my siblings' deaths, passing. So at some point, I had to let go of the pain of losing people, the pain of blaming my dad, the pain of not having a dad, because my dad at some point abandoned us, right? So I had to deal with a lot of pain. And me dealing with it was through changing my perspective. So changing my perspective in a sense that maybe the people who did things to us, or the person, my dad, I cannot blame my dad.
Yeah.
So maybe what my dad did to us or my siblings, maybe that's all that he knew. So, I mean, Black people went through a lot of slavery, right?
Mm-hmm.
And most of them, or most of Black families, there wasn't love, or love was shown with discipline, with
Yeah.
punishment.
Yeah. Yeah.
So some families, it's that, including my own, that love is shown when you are punished. You are punished so that you don't do that mistake again. So their parents believe that that's how they love you. And then you won't see love in any other way. Or you see love when by them buying you clothes and putting food on the table. So there was no hugging and loving and all that. So, or there was no saying that you did well. There was never that. Because that's all that my parents would know. So all that I yearn for, to say, well done, or umuntle vandag, or well done for your hard work at school, or I love you, or you know, there's nothing like that, because they never got that. So I changed my perspective in a sense that maybe I wouldn't have received love. I would have never received love from my dad, because, or I didn't receive love from my dad because he didn't know it. He didn't know how to show affection. Nobody showed him affection. But maybe the people that they always treated him badly. So he didn't learn anything from that. He didn't take anything from that. Or maybe he thought that was good because it was teaching him something. And he thought if he's punishing, you know, his kids, then that's love, that's discipline. He's instilling something in us. So my dad was extremely hard. That I say he didn't know the difference between punishment and abuse. So in that sense, then we grew up with a lot of pain and a lot of hunger and desire for love and affection, right? So when my siblings passed, I said, damn, you know, I guess this is all that life is. So I had to undo that, undo the belief that life is all sad and all bad, by working on myself and realizing that holding on to pain is not good for me. And also realizing that I deserve the best that life has to offer, regardless of what is happening around me, what I'm losing, what's happening. I deserve the best. So time helps for you to realize that I can live without my siblings. Life can still be good. My life can still be good without my siblings. So my healing came from that perspective, not time. Time didn't heal, because I could have held on. I could have held on to, I'm suffering now because my siblings are gone. I don't have anyone to help me. I don't have, my mother never worked. Therefore, who will take me to varsity? They're not here. Therefore, you know, so I started counting my blessings. Their lives, me living 10 years of my life with them was a blessing. So I would count things that they did for me. And okay, my brother once bought me this Levi's jean, and I think about that Levi's jean, the Levi's whatever shirt, and then I laugh. I start remembering what they did. They just put it on my bed, and then I found it in the morning, you know. And I remember those things. I start become. I appreciate now their existence, and I don't think of their death as loss to me. I think of their life as a blessing into my own life. Because they lived, I gained so much.
Yeah.
I
think you could.
So pain, dealing with healing pain is about, it's a lot, it's work. You have to take a journal and talk to, you know, and break that thing apart. What am I feeling? Why am I feeling pain? Because of this and that. But then, can I not change that perspective and make it something else? Can I not appreciate? Can I not be grateful of their lives than be sad of their death?
I know, Coach. In summary, I hear you. It's about changing your perspective, the way you see things.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
it is. So, for example, if a rape situation, right? So somebody feeling pain because they were molested, because something happened to them. So fine, you feeling that the person did wrong to you, right? It's okay. They did that, and you have the right to feel pain. But the question is, how long are you going to feel the pain? It's up to you. How long are you going to carry the pain? Yeah, because things can happen to you, and tons of things. So are you going to live your life? So the choice, we have this choice. Am I now going to live my life with pain? Or am I going to learn and be happy at this present moment? Because now my perspective now is, I deserve happiness and all of it. And I'm not, and anything that will take away my happiness, I will learn to heal it, because I might have gone through loss, I might have gone through different things. Another person has gone through different things. But whatever thing that I'm going to experience tomorrow, I will learn how to handle it, how to deal with it, because I deserve a good life.
Sure.
This present moment, I want it to be good. I want to enjoy it. That's me. And now pain will not allow me to be happy at this present moment.
Okay, no, thank you, Coach, about having a different perspective about how to heal from a pain and how you interpret it as an individual. I think it's not a copy and pasting. It's unique to each and every person. Yeah. No, thank you,
and
Coach.
it's unique and it's also unique with every circumstance, because I cannot compare loss to rape. I cannot compare loss to you maybe being mistreated, being bullied at work. It can never be the same.
Yeah, sure. Even divorce.
Yes, it's never the same. And we need to learn. For me, the most important thing is to learn to sit with yourself. And love yourself enough to sit with the pain and say, I know that I'm going through this, but I will face it, and I will work on myself in this going through this. I will work on this challenge. I'm not gonna sit and say, therefore, life, because of these things that are happening, life is meaningless. Or this thing has tainted all of my life bad, right? So we can work through any situation.
No, thanks, Coach. We can overcome.
We cannot overcome everything. I mean, nowadays I like that saying, ya gore, this thing Mandela said, we are powerful beyond measure. So for me, that's an affirmation now, like especially when I'm walking, taking walks, and like every Saturday or Sunday, I'll take like a 5-kilometer walk. And every time that quote comes back to me, and I ask myself, what does what does it mean? I am powerful beyond measure. And you're going to see it when you're going through a challenge, or after you went through a challenge and you've overcome, you realize that I am powerful beyond measure.
Thank you, Coach. That's a good inspiration there, powerful one. So, Coach, in the midst of your pain, how did you find your passion to encouraging people and healing people?
So I found through my pain that I love encouraging people. So if somebody says, I'm going through this, I would say, I've also went through it, or I'm going through it. And I would speak about what I'm doing currently to work on, what am I doing currently to work on that issue or to resolve the issue. So my thing is, my belief is, never be comfortable in pain. Just know that and seek a better day. Seek a better day. So I found the courage to encourage, I guess, when I realized that I'm not alone. So, and I enjoyed also seeing other people smile, or getting that message, you've helped me, or saying that, getting that message, a conversation with you is always refreshing. I get that a lot.
Wow.
So then I started liking seeing people smile and seeing people happier because they've spoken to me. So then my passion became helping others deal with their own pain.
Wow. Thank you, Coach. A purpose. I know that they say a passion will lead you to finding your purpose. So can you say now we have actually found your purpose?
Yes, I have. Yes, definitely. That's true. That's so true. I was listening to this interview. Some guy, it was just a random interview. I wasn't really paying attention, but he was saying when he was small, when he was young, he was very thin and he liked football, right? So people used to bully him because of he's small. People would just push him away, or just push him because he's small, especially at school. But he loved football so much that now what he does is, so as he grew, he became bigger, right? And then he had more confidence to play. So then he realized his passion is encouraging, showing others who are small that you can actually do it. It doesn't matter. So definitely your pain births your purpose. Definitely mine definitely. So I write about happiness, hence my book is about painful to bliss, right? So even right now, all that I write about is things that can make me more happier, or that can generate, like when I'm down or my mood is not good, I always want to, I'm trying to figure out how can I change my mood. So I'm all about happiness, and my purpose now is to help people find their happiness. There was another lady who said to me, I always thought I was happy up until I've had a session with you. I realized that there's another level to happiness. I'm like, oh, I also didn't know that. So her saying that was a wake-up call to say, girl, you think you've arrived? You think you're happy with your life? Maybe there's more. So my passion is always digging to say, God, what more do you have for me? or the universe, what more do you have for me?
Yeah.
For those who don't believe in that, who believe just in ancestors, or you can just ask them, what more do you have for me? I remember once Oprah said something that stuck with me. Are, God dreams a bigger dream for you.
Wow.
I'm like, okay. Oh, then my prayer started being, sure, God, I know, I don't know if I ever volunteered to live. And if I volunteered to live, you probably know what I wanted.
Yeah.
And if maybe I didn't volunteer, you have chose for me to live today. I want you to align my path, my today, my experiences today with the path that you have designed for me, with the dream that you had wanted for me. And a lot of liberation came. So my passion is just that, helping people figure out life or a better perspective, or how to work through the current challenges so that they could be free from pain.
Oh, no, thanks.
It brings me so much joy.
Okay. No, that's good. That's good. So, Coach, another thing is growing through pain. How do you grow really through pain to work it in your favor at the end?
Sure. So I think the most important thing about pain, or being in pain, is knowing that everything comes to you to shape your path, to show you something. So your pain is for your own good. Nothing is bad. Like, I've learned that nothing is bad. And holding on to that perspective, you know that I will gain something out of this.
Okay, yes.
So my growth comes from that understanding that something will change in me through this pain, and I'm going to be a better person.
Yeah.
So now, because I know that with me, people have passed a lot, I'm learning now to treat people better. Even if they're mean to me, I learn to walk away. Because one day they will learn. So my pain has taught me what I've gone through, because my dad, as I said, my dad didn't know the difference between punishment and abuse. So he didn't treat people well. So my pain taught me to treat people well, even when they don't deserve it.
Yes.
So there's a lot of growth that comes from pain, a lot of it.
So
and the best part is also the strength to be there for others, and to say to others that I'm there, so you can also get here.
Okay.
You see?
Yes. Also, I wanted now to say, in your coaching business, what kind of clients are you mostly dealing with?
Sure. Funny enough, I've got a lot of clients who are in business. It's I'm not just in business. People who have reached a certain level, who have managed to come to a certain level in their lives, and they want more.
Okay.
So you would find that their pain, their unresolved issues are the ones that are hindering their growth.
Because I think
so then we would go through step by step from their childhood. We'll be talking about everything, we'll be resolving everything. So it becomes like the session becomes, or coaching session becomes a work session. Because we're changing perspective, we're dealing with things, we're looking at things, we're reflecting on things. And after one session, the person would be like, yo, I didn't know so much, and I didn't know I would feel like this. If I had done this a long time ago, I'm just gonna drop this number. I had a client, she's 50 years old. I had this client this year. So she's like, oh, if I knew you a long time ago, my life would have been better a long time ago.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
But and
we just
I've learned something, coach, about healing the inner child. That there are certain things that we experience while we were young, and they hinder our progress because that inner child is not healed.
yeah.
And there's an
So
adult, yeah.
So how to deal with an inner child is just knowing that as a child, I didn't get what I needed. So there will still be something short from you, right? So you feel like I didn't get the love I deserved. I didn't get the attention I deserved. So how you heal the inner child is acknowledging that I myself want to be hugged. I wish my mom hugged me. I wish she told me that she loved me. Because even sometimes when you say to yourself, I love myself, you don't even feel it.
Yeah.
Maybe after you've said it 100 times, that's then you start feeling like you love yourself. So it's practice. It's you have to do the things that you wish could have been done to you or done for you. You do them to yourself. That's how just how you heal your inner child. You acknowledge that me as a child I wanted this and I didn't get it. I'm going to give it to myself. So it just means that you're not whole. So you're going to make yourself whole, and most of the time it's just love that an inner child is your inner child is desiring love and fun.
It's true. It's true.
Affection, attention.
Yes. No, it's true, Coach, what you're saying, because to make example with myself, growing under divorced parents, I didn't really feel that much love between the two because they were fighting cat and dogs or what. And then now, because now I have kids, I'm giving them that love that I was yearning. And now I've got a very close relationship with my kids. Like they know that daddy loves us. What you're saying is the truth, coach.
So I realized having a problem with an inner child. There's an inner child who was deprived of certain things. So once you give that child that thing, the child is satisfied.
Yeah.
So there isn't more to it. It's just acknowledging. Let's say if you journal, if you like journaling, you just say, I feel that I desire, I feel like I need to be hugged. I feel like I need to be loved. And you just acknowledge those things. And then you do that for yourself. Every night before you sleep, you take a hot bath, a salt bath, and you massage yourself, you scrub yourself, you take care of yourself. The things that you wanted your mom to do, to take time with you and bath you. You know how kids will be playing in water and whatever. That because when your parent was always angry, hey, what was that? You just never had those things. You just never had fun as a child around your parents and making them laugh when you're supposed to make them laugh. Hey, no, something like that. So then, as a child, you were deprived to just be yourself. Be yourself. Now, as an adult, you need now figuring out, but who am I? Because you didn't have the time to figure your life out, because every time you're with angry people.
Yes.
You're with sad people.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
So, no. I think most of us, maybe 99%, we need healing, emotional healing. Most of us.
And you know, now that I've gone through it, I feel like it's simple, but it took years. And it's simple. It's simple that we have to reflect.
Yeah.
You have to sit with yourself. You have to love yourself. You need to take care of yourself. You need to be kind with yourself. And when you sit before you sleep every day, ask yourself questions. Ask yourself questions. Be there for yourself. And ask, how am I feeling? I feel terrible. Why am I feeling terrible? Because my mother said to me, I look like a dog. I look like my dad said to me, he doesn't care about me if I die or live. Or my dad said to me, I don't care, you know. And or my mom said to me, this other lady was saying, Mama hai na mo bisa kakare hasimwana hai. And that happens. And how you need a lot. You didn't figure yourself out. Hence, some girls will go and be rebellious and drink and what will, because now and I was told that and somebody was telling me of a girl who's in grade 11 and she has three kids, because then there was that no affection at home, and then you go sleep with anyone you know, just because you treat yourself like trash because you were treated like trash.
Nice. Yeah, no, that's inner healing on the deep. Yeah.
So you have to sit with yourself, sit with your childhood. It was terrible. And then count. My mother said this to me. I didn't like it. My dad, you know, my mother said this to me 100 times. And I didn't like it. It makes me feel that way. Healing is that, is going back to every single thing that was done to you and reflecting on it. I didn't like it, but I allow myself to let it go, because this person really is just changing perspective. This person said to me I'm a dog because that's all they know, or or they were told that they are a dog. So then he did that to me. So my dad mistreated me because he was mistreated his whole life. My mother mistreated me because he was raped by his uncle. He was mistreated. She was mistreated, right? And that's all she knows, and she's going to give me that. So healing is just allowing yourself to look at your past, the painful things that happened to you, and changing your perspective about them. And not feeling any pain because of them. You just realize that, okay, I was not surrounded by love because the people around me are full of sadness. So they will share it with me. They will share abundantly what they have with me. So that's what happened to me. Therefore, I forgive. So healing is forgiveness. I forgive. And you only forgive with the right perspective. So you can't forgive without understanding or the right perspective. So now somebody asked me, but then how do you know that you've forgiven someone if you can love the person who have done the thing to you? If you can love the father that was abandoned, if you can feel love for your mom who was abusive to you, then you are forgiven. If you feel love towards the person who hurt you, then you have forgiven. If you look at them and then there's anxiety and there's anger that you feel, then you haven't forgiven. You need to forgive with the right understanding, with understanding. You can't just forgive.
I know it's true, Coach. And another thing is about forgiveness. I know that most of the time we focus on the outside, but also we need to really forgive ourselves for feeling all those things.
That's the biggest part. Like sometimes there are things that we said we will do that we didn't do. Sometimes there's a guy you said yes to and you didn't want to, just because you were hurt that day and you wanted someone to cuddle with you, and then you allowed that guy into your space, and then he mistreated you. So now you have to forgive yourself for that. And sometimes there are things that we didn't do. I promised myself that I will go to varsity and I didn't go. My marks were terrible. So I need to forgive myself for that, because we also make mistakes. As much as you forgive other people and your healing will come from forgiving them, you also have made a lot of mistakes, and it's important to say, well, I didn't know better, or I was not motivated then, and I forgive myself. Because there was a time when I remember I did terrible at an interview at some point. I felt like kicking myself. Like I was so angry with myself. I'm like, I can do better than that. So I deserve love, and I deserve to love myself. And I normally say this affirmations. I say to myself, I love myself, I approve of myself, I accept myself. So I learn to acknowledge my mistakes, and I don't criticize myself. Because I love myself, therefore I do a lot for myself. So even if also, I mean, I deserve to forgive myself. I deserve to free myself, because unforgiveness is jailing someone or jailing something. So it's like you've put them in your own mental jail. So spiritually, you have put yourself in jail. What would happen to you?
You're drinking the poison, you're going to die.
What do you then attract?
All the bad people will be even mistreating you because you don't treat yourself with respect.
Yourself, right? So that's the thing. Energy doesn't lie. Whatever energy you have about yourself, people sees it energetically, and people think that sometimes somebody comes to you and mistreats you, and you're thinking, what did I do to deserve it? Reflect. Reflect. There's an energy you're sending.
No, that's true, Coach. Coach, the last question that we normally ask, what will be your last words of wisdom regarding turning your pain into passion and chance into people?
I would just say that your pain isn't there to hurt you, or sometimes we think, why do I deserve this thing? Or we're thinking, why would God give me this? Or those kind of things. What did I do? And sometimes it's just to enlighten you. So your pain will bring a lot of enlightenment. Just embrace it. I know sometimes it's tough, but think of it that way, and you'll
be okay.
Yeah.
No. Thank you, Coach. Coach, if people want to invite you for speaking engagement, the way they can find you.
I'm on social media. I'm on Instagram. I'm on Facebook with the same name, Keleboga Mutsusi Moate. And my email address is kelebogagm@outlook.com.
Okay. And your book, yes, your book. Where can they find your books? Which platforms?
Okay, so my book is on Amazon. You can just Google Painful to Blissful. You will find it.
It's only Amazon locally. Take a lot and what?
No, I haven't done that admin yet. When you're okay, when you're comfortable with your life, like I'm thinking I've been saying I'm gonna release the second book. It's actually complete. I think when I've done that, then I will definitely take them somewhere, because people do want the book.
Oh, okay. All right, Coach. No, Coach, I thank Coach for your time. I really appreciate it, Coach. I'm going to leave that link of your book in my YouTube, so that people can
Yeah.
access your books on Amazon. Yeah, no, thank you, Coach.
Yeah, I'll send you the link.
Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah. No, Coach,
Thank you so much.
we thank you for everything and the wisdom and the passion that is behind the things that you went through, for sharing, also revealing things as to how we should really cope with pain, the way we should interpret
Yeah.
it, look at it, learn from it, and grow from it.
Yeah.
And later take it into
No,
action.
definitely. Ke a leboga. Thank you so much for inviting me.
Thank you, Coach. Have a great evening, Coach.
You too. Bye.
Bye-bye. And it's really about turning pain into passion and later into a purpose. Anyway, it's up to you. And about healing from a pain. It's all about how you interpret it. And if you can learn from it, you can grow from it. And I thank you all for watching. My name is Bongani. Please don't forget to subscribe, leave the comments, and press the like button. Thank you all. Shalom.